What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Erin, and this is Erin on Demand, where we are all about owning our business, owning our lives, and owning our happiness. And today we are talking about owning our money, y'all. How to stop spending so much money. Now, a couple of months ago, I did a video about money saving tips, and the response was incredible. So if you haven't checked that video out, you should probably pause this video, watch that video first, and then come back and watch this. But it's all about how to save more money. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to talk about how to cut down on spending, and we're going to talk about a spending freeze. I don't work a traditional job anymore. I'm an entrepreneur, and I started my journey in entrepreneurship a little less than a year ago. So I'm still not making the same amount of money consistently. So one month I may have a really good month, and then the next month or two I may not make much of anything at all. So spending really has to be in order, and it's something that we just do so frivolously. So whether or not you're an entrepreneur or you work a traditional job, doing a spending freeze for however long you can is gonna really help you increase your saving and just see how much you actually spend. Let's get into what this spending freeze is and why you need to do it. So basically, a spending freeze is stopping all spending. Literally, you're freezing your spending and you're just working with what you got, okay? You're being resourceful. The rules are no eating out, no movies, or no activities that cost money, no coffee. So the Starbucks, the Tim Hortons, gotta go. No online shopping. You thought you had something going, didn't you? No even online window shopping. No buying clothes, no non-essential like beauty products, no nothing really except for food. And even that is something that we overspend on, which I'll get to in a minute. If it's not a bill, if it's not 100% necessary, like your phone bill or your rent and your car notes, no. Say no. Now, the good thing about this spending freeze is that it helps train your brain to say no. We make so many micro spending decisions throughout the day. You wake up, you get a coffee from Starbucks, then you forgot to pack your lunch or you didn't have time, so you gotta buy something for lunch, so you run down and grab a sandwich, and that's what, $7. And then for dinner you run to the grocery store even though you have groceries at home. See, everyone talks about eating out, but sometimes we over grocery shop. So you run to the grocery shop, to the grocery store to grab stuff for dinner, and it's just unresourceful. We just overspend. So you've spent what, $50 in one day. And a spending freeze is gonna really help you to realize how many times you swipe or how many times you hand that cash over. Aside from this, just helping overall with boosting your savings and giving you an extra cushion is also going to help you train your brain to stop making so many frivolous spending decisions.
So, how long should I do this freeze for?
The time is up to you. However much time you want to spend on your freeze is up to you. I would say start off with at least 1 full week, 7 whole days of no spending, and see what happens. See what happens to your bank account. See what happens to your discipline. Just see what happens. And if you can go another 7 days, then do that. But I always think it's better to do bite sizes than to say, oh, I'm doing a huge 30-day or first quarter spending freeze, and then I mean, it could be unsustainable for some people. Start with 7 days, build from there. Now, some additional things you can do before you start your freeze. I would say look in your pantry and your refrigerator. Take an inventory count. See what do you have, because a lot of times we go grocery shopping and we're like, oh dang, I forgot we do have spaghetti noodles, or we do have that can of tomatoes. I overlooked it, and we just don't really know what we have. So I would, before going grocery shopping, and this is just something that I think you should practice on a weekly basis, and this is a tip that I got from my girl Jordan Page from funcheaperfree.com. See what you have and create your meals based on what you already have at home. And even if you do need to run to the grocery store, you can make something that will go with stuff that you already have in your house. Okay, the second additional tip is to get organized. Now, similarly to the pantry is how we treat our closet. And I know for me, because this is a personal thing I do, is when I am going somewhere special, I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have anything to wear. Let me go to the store and get something. And then I look at my closet and realize, girl, now you know you could have wore that dress that you wore one time 2 years ago. So I would just go in your closet and just get organized. Toss stuff. See what you have and make it organized, neat, and visible, because a lot of stuff just gets buried in our closets and we forget that we have it, and then we go out and spend even more money. And then the next additional tip is to give yourself a small weekly budget. Now, I know a lot of spending freezes say you shouldn't spend any money, and I find that just a little bit unrealistic. So I would say whether you give yourself $25 for the week, I think that that's doable, and you don't have to spend it, but just knowing that you have a little bit of a cushion just in case you do on Friday, need that extra push and say, you know what, I'm going to treat myself to a Starbucks coffee, spend $5 out of your $25, and that's okay. If you need a little bit of cushion, give yourself that, but get it out in cash. So make sure you take cash out, because when we get to swiping that card, inserting it now because we don't even do the swipe no more, but when we use the card, we just go crazy. So take out a small amount of cash to use just as a little bit of a cushion so you don't feel so restricted. If you choose to make better small micro decisions on a daily basis with your money, I guarantee you will see huge results in your bank account, literally. One thing I do recommend is going into your bank statements on your app or whatever and looking and seeing how much money you usually spend in a week. Kind of take an average of how much you spend in a month and maybe divide that into 4 and see how much that averages for a week. So if you spend $200 a week, that's roughly $800 a month. And $200 a week sounds like a lot, but once you get to going, it's really not that much. Think about if you could save $200 in 4 months. So if you do a spending freeze once a month, that's $800. That's a plane ticket to Mexico, or that is a new camera or a new lens to get your business, going. That is a lot of money. That's $800 you could put into an investment fund. So think about all of these goals that you have and how much we say we can't afford things or we don't have the money right now. Meanwhile, we spend on so many little things, and it's those $5, $10, $20 things that we swipe really quickly for that make a huge difference in our financial success. So it's all here, baby. It's all here. And don't just hop back and then the next week say, okay, now I can buy all this stuff, because that just defeats the purpose. Go into the next week as if everything is cool. You will be so much more conscious about what you're spending on that next week even. For now, I think that is it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be doing my spending freeze this week. You do not have to start on a Sunday or a Monday. You can start whatever day you want. You don't need a whole lot of prep. Like I said, if you want to give yourself a small allowance, maybe go to the grocery store after you take inventory, get a few little necessities, but don't go on a full $150 grocery store run and stock everything up, because that's defeating the whole purpose. Make sure you stay disciplined. That's what this is all about, is making sure we are mind over matter and we are disciplined with our spending habits. That is all for now. Comment below if you are going to do a spending freeze and for how long. So if you're going to do 7 days, 30 days, 2 weeks, whatever. Let me know if you're gonna try this out or if you've done it before. And also, you guys, do not forget to subscribe. My community, you guys, it is growing so fast. I cannot believe I'm almost to, I think I hit 3,500 subscribers today. So thank you guys for being a part of this community. I love y'all. Y'all know I do. And until next time, I will see you guys later.